Hey guys, welcome back. So I was finally able to make it back to the track this weekend. Doing a little more testing, tuning, seeing what the truck Norris will do. And if you guys remember, the very first time I took it out, I was able to drop from 1120 stock form and ran the truck Norris camshaft, and I was able to get a 1040 ish. So yesterday, first pass out. Nothing's changed on the tune. Didn't change any of the weight. The only thing I did was change the tire size, trying to get a little more acceleration out of it. And the 60 foot, which was what I wanted to focus on mainly, actually improved quite a bit. I got it down to a 240 from a 290, which I mean, that's definitely no race car kind of range, but it's an improvement, and that's what we're doing. Slow improvements to get the truck faster, and the mile per hour increased a pretty good bit. I was able to pick up nearly 4 miles per hour. And the best ET that I got was a 960, which I mean, for a heavy truck, and the only thing that's done to it is a truck Norris camshaft. I mean, that's it. And it's not like it's been gone through with the tune. The only thing that's in it is really just a base idle tune. Matter of fact, half the time you stop too fast and it kills the truck. So there's a lot more that can be done here. And I wanted to do more yesterday. The first pass I did was probably the cleanest pass. And then I went inside, pulled my HP tuners out, and started making a few changes. I bumped the RPM range as far as shift points up to about 6,000. But I did not go into the tire wizard as I should have. Thanks, Blue Collar. I didn't go inside and change my tire size. So the computer was freaking slap out. It didn't know what to do. So on the second pass after I made the changes, now I did pull it down in third this time just to eliminate the traction control, and it spun all the way down the track, which was a ball. I mean, it spun for probably 300 feet, and then I backed out of it and hit it again, and still went through the light at 71, I believe. Yeah, still went through at 71, and it was the worst run of the day by far. It was like it was back in the tens. It was a 10-1, but it was fun smoking those tires down the track. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. So I wasn't able to do anything more with my tuning because the first tune that I tried to put into it failed, and then the starter wouldn't kick over. It basically killed everything to the motor. All the power would come on inside, but it wouldn't turn the starter over. So I disconnected the battery, did a hard reset, so the tune that was in it was right back to factory. It was what it was. But I did get a decent log on the first pass, but after I got the truck to crank again, I wasn't about to plug back up and maybe have potential issues. 45 minutes away from home, the last thing I want to do is have it towed home if I don't have to. So I decided to make one pass because Mr. Blue Collar, he said he wanted to see an all-wheel drive full send, so I did, and it kind of surprised me. It didn't do exactly what I thought it would do. The 60 foot was almost exactly the same as the first pass. Now it was it was slightly better, but I mean just slightly. It went from a 2466 to a 2460. So I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. And then on the other end, it actually mile per hour better, but it had a slower ET. Now, some of you guys who are more experienced with this stuff, let me know. I haven't run tracks in years, so I'm still trying to figure this out. But it didn't do what I thought it would do. It kind of surprised me. Now, my thoughts are, since I didn't go into, I ran smaller tires. I typically run those 32s on street. I got me some 26-inch tires, and you'll see in the video, it's pretty funny looking. But it made a difference. And my thoughts are, what I did is, since I set the shift limit at 6,000 and I didn't change the tire size, that the computer didn't know what to do. So when it went to make its 1-2 shift, it actually threw me forward, like it hit neutral, and then you can hear it almost like, and then it just kicks back in like you just dumped the clutch in the middle of the run, and then it actually still shifted into third, which surprised me right as I went through the light. So I'm assuming that's my screw up there, and I will make some adjustments now that I'm home. That way I don't have to worry about getting broke down. I'll take it out in the street and give it a few runs and see what's going on with it. But that's my thoughts on it. And you guys who know more about tuning, I'm all ears. That's my thoughts on it. I went through the HP tuners. I couldn't find any kind of factory rev limit or anything, but it was literally like it hit neutral for a split second. And then so that run should have been the fastest run, and there was such a delay in between the shifts, and you can hear it on the video. It's a long delay. So my thoughts are she ran 9.680. I believe that was probably, it felt more like about a 9.50 pass the way it was moving, because it was still pulling real strong, and then it kind of died out and fell on its face and took off again. So I'm not going to take anything away from this truck. I'm the problem, but the truck Norris, it's doing its job. So from stock form at an 1120 to adding the truck Norris with no tune, nothing special, she's actually running 960s. Actually, it did get a 958. So that's, I just don't see how you can go wrong to get a heavy truck to run like that. And that's the only thing that's done to it is a camshaft. Now, I did change tire size, and I will do a different video on that where we talk about effective gear ratios and things like that. I knew having the right size tires was going to help get the truck through the 60 and on down the track. And effective gear ratio is what we're going to talk about. Blue Collar and I talked about it a little bit yesterday. A lot of people don't understand the effective gear ratio, but I'm going to do another video on that. It's going to be a completely separate video, but I just want to let you know the truck Norris camshaft, it's doing a thing. You got a 4.8, 5.3. I've dropped a second and a half in an eighth of a mile just by putting the camshaft in it. And I did change tire size, and we'll get into that. But I don't know what else to say except I'm proud of the truck. It really did. It didn't let me down. It turned good numbers, and people weren't picking on me I wasn't the slowest person at the track yesterday. There was a few street cars rolled in that I thought were going to want to jump on me. And after the all-wheel drive pass, where it just went flying down the track, people quit laughing. Because when I first put those little tires on, people were laughing. They're not laughing now. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys for swinging by here. I got more videos coming. We're going to do the effective gear ratio tire swaps video, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to start, I'm going to pull the truck apart. I'm going to go ahead and do the intake, maybe the heads, headers. Not sure how far I'm going to get into it, but I may go ahead and do the whole top end kit while I've got it down. I've got E85 conversion kit coming. I've got some things I'm going to do with the IAT sensor, cold air boxes, things like that. I got some other little things coming, but I appreciate you guys for hanging out. And if if this content does anything for you, if it amuses you, or if it just gives somebody to point at and laugh, like, hey, my truck's faster than his, that's great, man. Subscribe, share, like, come hang out with us. We started a pretty good community here. There's a lot of us guys who kind of kick ideas around with each other, and we're, calling each other out. It's a good community to be part of. These Silverado GMC truck guys. It's a good time. But I appreciate you guys for hanging in, and I'll see you next time.